And you should be able to.
I'm going to share also from my end.
Yeah, I think that you can do like share broadcasting.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. Great. So, hi, Mina.
Hi, Gabriella. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm so excited for us to be sharing and broadcasting today's Essential Oils and Emotion webinar. This is one that is really close to my heart because I love working with the emotional body and mental health. And I feel like this is one where people really enjoy because, you know, we really talk about and explore how the essential oils can really benefit our emotional health. So I'm excited to go through this PowerPoint with you. And do you know if our people that are watching us on Facebook can also see our presentation as well?
I haven't shared the screen yet, but I'm getting to that. Okay, so
Great.
And as soon as you can see that, we should be on. And so I believe that we are on to that screen. That is my PowerPoint. And if you can check on Facebook.
Yep.
So welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here to talk about emotions. The oils, as Mina was just highlighting. Should you, I mean, I'm gonna introduce Mina. And Mina is an amazing woman, amazing mom, new mom, and of Baby River. And Mina and I come together from our beautiful friend Gaia, who is also our yoga teacher, and the one that I got my certification many years after Mina. So Mina is also a yoga instructor, body healer practitioner, and she has amazing other practices to heal the body. And she has many other talents, but what I have to say is that she has been doing the essential oils Doterra education and business for some time, and I'm very excited and happy that our paths are present to collaborate and support each other, you know, not only from the yoga business and not only from the connection that we have from our family in the school of yoga, and that, but also in these oils and, you know, the natural solutions that we're doing with Doterra. So, hi, Maya.
Hi, Gabriella. So I'm really excited to introduce you and really excited to be partnering and working with you in this Doterra Essential Oils journey and in our Doterra business tribe. And Gabriella is someone who is not only a Gaia Living Arts Synergy graduate sister, but also she's an amazing wellness entrepreneur. She's a pre and postnatal yoga instructor and also a doula, and she is rising up in our doTERRA team as a strong leader, and I'm so proud of her, and I'm so excited that we are working together and that we get to have, you know, weekly calls together. And so yeah, we're excited to share today's amazing class with you all on emotions and essential oils. So if you are tuning in live, or even if you're listening to one of our recordings, I want you to take a moment right now to just kind of tune in and close your eyes and just notice your breath. Notice what's coming up for you in this moment. Any thoughts, any feelings? So we're connecting in with our emotions, which are energy and motion. And sometimes these emotions may be in motion, or sometimes they may get stuck and they're not really in motion, which sometimes can make them a little stagnant. So just connecting in And just notice what is coming up for you today, where you are with your thoughts, emotions, and feelings. And Gabriella, I'm going to ask you to change it back to the next slide. Yep. And so just tuning in and notice if you're feeling tired today. Are you overwhelmed? Right? So I know for me as a new mom and also working with the things that I love, sometimes I get overwhelmed. Is bloating your new normal? Like, do you know what it feels like not to be bloated? Does your body take longer to recover than it used to? Has it been a while since you felt like your best self? Does it feel sometimes like you aren't in charge of your energy anymore? So just noticing these different thoughts and questions and reflections that sometimes we do not get to really go into, but just notice what's coming up for you in this moment. And then I want you to open your eyes. Opening your eyes and come back to the present moment. And we're going to go on to the next slide and really connecting with how do you feel, right? So as we said, emotions are energy in motion, and we want to be able to explore our feelings and not just kind of go through life without connecting to our emotions, because our emotions and our feelings are signals. They're actually signals from our brain and also from, and it's not only the head brain. We have the head brain, we have the heart brain, and the gut brain, right? So there's an amazing movie that you guys can watch. It's called The Gut, Our Second Brain, which we're going to be referencing back to because it's such a powerful new theory about us having more neurons, which are nerve brain cells, in our hearts and also in our gut brain, and the communication between the three brains and how we're actually working through our day or not, right? Or getting stuck in our feelings and these messages and these communicators. So do you want to feel like you're just trying to keep up and deep down you know it's taking a massive toll on your health, wellness, and peace of mind? Or do you want to be able to really thrive and really grow and expand and be living your most joyful life, right? And so these are questions that we want to have you kind of tune in and reflect into while we are going through this webinar today, and also to offer you natural solutions and possibilities and opportunities for you to really connect in with your emotions and your highest self and your highest vibration and really uplift you at a different level.
Thank you, Mina. Thank you for grounding us, and definitely we need to do more of that. We really have to slow down to feel what's going on. I am a person that it's always on the go, and it's sometimes challenging to even identify what's going on inside, right? Because we're always into that go, and it's so important to reconnect and to really evaluate and explore what's going on inside of me and try to identify the emotions. So going into all of that of the emotions is like, the question that we want to ask you is like, are you ready to feel good more often? Because you have a good feeling when you got a good night's sleep, when you had some fun, but it's like, are you ready to feel more of that good more often? So there's a whole balance about the spiritual, the body, and the mindset. Obviously, that is the whole nourishing of all what it brings joy and happiness into our life. And obviously, as we're feeling good, our body, our cells are gonna continue to feel better. So, and using and adopting, so many of the natural solutions will help you as you're feeling good. You're going to start, saving money or not spending so much money about your health, and, taking medication that a lot of the times is like the chemical medication that you need to take. And we've been living in this world that is like pop a pill for decades. It's like take something from the pharmacy, it's an immediate solution, and it causes a lot of side effects. And what about if we start going into the source and identifying what is what's really causing that problem, and start to healing from the inside, from the root of it, start taking care of that. So the good news is that there are natural rituals and natural solutions that can help you to live better. And it's just about, not having side effects, feeling better, and, putting on the side all those like, pharmaceuticals, and treating yourself better, in a daily matter.
Yeah, so it's really about informed self-care, and that's what today's goal is all about, right? So by the end of the class today in this webinar, you're going to be knowing what these 3 cool things about essential oils are, and 3 practical oils ritual. At least 3 that's really going to speak to you. We're going to be giving more, but 3 of them that at least will speak to you. So that's going to be our goal as we cover today's awesome webinar that we are sharing. So the number 1 cool thing about essential oils is that they are 100% natural and safe, right? So not all oils are created equally. So that's the number 1 thing I want you guys to remember, because Doterra really makes a commitment towards integrity, transparency, and they strive towards really reaching the purest level of essential oils and medicinal grade oils out in the market. So the natural aromatic compounds that are found in plants are safe for adults, babies, and even the elderly. Okay, because the way that we're distilling, the stem distilled, and also the cold press extraction process, nothing is added and nothing is taken out of nature's intention for these healing properties. And when we talk about medicine and anything to do with healing in the natural realm of natural medicine and natural solutions, remembering that most medications, even in the Western pharmaceutical industry, are coming and trying to imitate a synthetic form of a plant-based solution to begin with. So plants are the healing agents and the healing compounds that we really work with when we are really healing ourselves, except that with mass production, the pharmaceutical companies are not able to sometimes use the purest forms of plants. Therefore, they look for synthetic ways to make them. But with the essential oils, and especially the way that Doterra is really committed to the pursuit of purity, we really work with the steam distilled and cold pressed extraction form, where it's a medicinal grade, meaning you can even ingest Doterra essential oils, which for me really makes sense, because anything that you actually put on your skin or that you're breathing in is going to already go straight into your bloodstream anyways. So the essential oils are 100% natural and safe, and they're 50 to 70 times even more powerful than using herbs because of the way that they're steam distilled and the cold pressed extraction mechanism that the Doterra company uses and is committed to using. So one example, and this is an oil that I truly love, and it's an oil that I used to wake up to every morning, and I'll share with you why I'm not in a moment, but this was my favorite ritual for many, many years, to wake up and to use peppermint all day, to inhale it also in the middle of the day as a pick-me-up, because it's an energizing and invigorating oil. And when you ingest the peppermint oil, it's promoting healthy respiratory function and also helping with clear breathing. And it's promoting a digestive health also when we take it internally. So coating our membranes and our microbiome when we take it internally. It's amazing and has great benefits as well. And also right now, especially up here in Buffalo, in New York, Western New York, right now it's spider and bug season in the summer, especially because we live by the water. So it helps to repel bugs naturally. So I've been spraying it everywhere because of all of the spiders. And this oil really helps with all the spiders. And also this is an oil that I used to always use before any kind of cardio workout or during a cardio workout. So this is an oil that I had with me all the time. And the only reason why right now I'm not using it is because I'm nursing. So for nursing mothers, if you're breastfeeding, this is not recommended because peppermint is actually an oil that is used to dry out milk. So that's an extra little tidbit of information there for any moms out there that are nursing. But yeah, the peppermint is super safe. And then if we go to the next slide, I believe, so what's the first cool thing about essential oils? So if anyone is watching, just typing in the chat. And if not, then I'll let Gabriella answer.
I know that answer, that they are safe and natural. They are
Yes.
100% safe and natural to use. No side effects. Okay. So the second cool thing that you should know about essential oils is that they're more effective than most medications. And here we're going back into something that Mina did a reference before, that it's like a lot of the medicine might have some natural element or like that into their properties. And at the end of it, what you're looking into is that you're just using those natural essences, that natural oil that is coming with all the benefits from the plant, the medicinal benefits that the plant, the root, the seed, the flowers have. And it is, as we said, it's pure and it's concentrate. When you take it internally, when you apply it into your skin, when you breathe it, it's bringing all those benefits into your body. As it's coming to your body, it's coming into your bloodstream, it's coming and it's like penetrating into your body, but not only just into the level that is like circulating in your blood, it is penetrating the membrane of the cells. Because at the end of it, like the membrane is a kind of like a cover that is like a fatty, oily surface. And it's like the oil is coming in and it's able to penetrate into the membrane of the cell. So the benefits are coming all the way through into the inside the cell. And it's beautiful that, you're bringing that instead of just, staying into the bloodstream, but not really penetrating into the cellular level.
Absolutely. So this is the most basic way to explain the cell biology, right? But really, like, the cell membrane is it's an oily membrane, and we know that water and oil don't mix. So a lot of times when we're taking medication, it's just going through our bodies instead of being absorbed. When an oily surface connect, then it's able to be made bioavailable to allowing our bodies to absorb it and have the most potent way of utilizing that medicine. And that's why essential oils are so effective. And also, that's why we also don't have any side effects when we're using essential oils. On Guard is an amazing essential oil blend, proprietary of Doterra, that really supports our immune system. So it really supports to help our respiratory function when we use it internally and when we take it internally as well. For River, my son, I like to rub it on the bottoms of his feet. And our feet is another way that we can really get a lot of the benefits of the oils, because we have larger pores in the bottoms of our feet. And so we're able to really take everything in. And if you think about reflexology and the different points in our feet, right? So then when we put essential oils, especially before going to bed at night, I always put, lavender on my feet, on his feet. But the On Guard is right now the best oil during this time of working with COVID and working with, all the seasonal threats that are out there, because it's the protective blend. So ingesting it helps to support the body's natural antioxidant defenses. Also, when used internally, it promotes a healthy circulation to the entire body mind. And it's very energizing and uplifting. And it also has this kind of like warm feeling when you smell it, because there's a little bit of cinnamon in it. So it gives like a warm kind of like fall feeling, and it smells really good. And also to make On Guard cookies. I love making On Guard cookies. So yeah.
I haven't heard that. It's like, I'm gonna do that. I mean, I put it in my oatmeal sometimes, and I given the recipe to my mom and a few friends is like you can, whenever you're having a little bit of a sore throat, you can put a tablespoon or like a spoon of honey and put a drop on it.
Love.
And yes, for sure. Also great for cleaning, diffusing it, and it will have the same benefits of like clearing the air and, you know, making sure that your space, much of like, you know, bacteria, germs, or whatever it might be. I clean my floors with On Guard. I mean, I'm the whole house, but anyway, that's another product.
Oh yeah, that's like a whole other webinar that we can do, because the On Guard has a whole entire cleaning line, and that's what we use for to clean our homes, to also raise the vibration inside of our homes. So what is the second cool thing about essential oils? So the second cool thing that we mentioned about essential oils today, Gabriella, is
that they are more effective than traditional medicine.
Yep.
That's
So
the modern medicine, we should say, right?
yes. And number three is that they're cheaper than traditional medical care, right? So, you know, when we are talking about healthcare, there's always co-payments and prescriptions and a bottom line. And so when we are talking about having essential oils in your home and already having your own nature's medicine cabinet for you right there in your house to reach out and be able to, you know, tackle like these, you know, different ailments that are going to come up and that are going to happen, you already have nature's medicine cabinet in your home once you start working with doTERRA. So, you know, the co-payments and also the prescriptions, right? They also take some time out of your life, right? So if you think about it, if every single cough or every single, you know, indigestion, you have to go to your doctors, like you have to take time off work, you have to drive, so your gasoline, and once you get there, they give you prescriptions, and like the prescriptions that they give you, you know, sometimes you want to get the generic form, sometimes you want to get like the other forms. If you can't sleep at night, right, maybe they'll give you an Ambien. Instead, you could just try to take, you know, some Serenity or Serenity soft gels. There's a lot of different ways that we can work with you and help you to really, you know, take control of your health and have informed healthcare. And so, you know, the third cool thing about these essential oils is that they are
and more effective, cheaper, affordable. I mean, it's like, imagine you're buying your bottle of oil, I mean, of your own guard. That is the one that you're gonna take internally for boosting your immunity, cleaning the floor, and at the same time, I don't know, the lemon, the same one that you're gonna clean the house, take it internally, cook with it. So much to do with those.
Yeah.
So they are safe, they're effective, and they're affordable. So.
And this is really the future of healthcare, right? Is to be able to empower ourselves. And the three ways that we use the essential oils, number one is aromatically, right? So maybe diffusing it or inhaling it. And it really also helps to clean and purify the air and also boosts our mood. So it's very uplifting and mood boosting. And yeah, definitely, you know, the way that this works with boosting our mood and affecting us at an emotional level and a mental level is that when you smell something, the aromatic compounds stimulate cells in the olfactory bulb and membrane, which then sends signals to the part of the brain that is called the limbic system, which is a part of the nervous system. And this impacts our entire bodies. So when you smell something, you can also remember, like if you go to the dentist and they put, you know, laughing gas on you, that affects your whole entire body. The same way that if you smell some citrus, right? If you can remember the smell of an orange, right? Which wild orange is actually my favorite oil because it's, you know, so potent and it's the oil of joyful living and abundance. But when you remember the smell of smelling an orange, it can sometimes bring you back to your childhood memories because a lot of times as children we play with oranges, right? So it kind of has this very positive association with it. And a lot of times smells do have associations because our memory is also part of our limbic brain. And so when we're working with smells, it's very powerful because our strongest sense that we have of the five senses is actually our sense of smell. So working with the essential oils is going to help to not only balance out and work with our emotions, right? Because it's working with the limbic brain, which processes our emotions, but it's also going to have an immediate and a full effect and impact our entire body, mind, and our nervous system, which is super important to know because it's not just like, oh, these oils smell good and, it's like a placebo effect. And sometimes it can be a placebo effect for some people, but there's actually a science behind why essential oils work when we're talking about the olfactory bulb and we're talking about the limbic brain and how the essential oils can really strengthen and help to repattern and reprogram our entire nervous system, and also giving us natural solutions to empower ourselves and our health. So I want you guys to really consider that. And one of my favorite oils for that is the breathe oil, which is the oil of giving and receiving. It's the oil that helps us to really take a full breath in. Every time we breathe in, we're letting new life in at all the levels of our being. And every time we exhale, we can let go and create space and make room for more in our lives and on our journeys, right? So the breathe oil is the respiratory blend. This is a huge one right now too. This one along with the On Guard, especially for what's going on with this virus that's affecting people's respiratory system and all kinds of different respiratory illnesses that are, looming around right now. So the breathe oil really helps with this. So one of my next door neighbors just recently had pneumonia, her and her husband. So I have a few diffusers here at home. I loaned them a diffuser and I gifted them the breathe oil so that they could put on at night. And like they said that, it was a huge game changer for them in their illness. So, and then 2 days later, she was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And now she wants Doterra. But yeah, the breathe oil helps to maintain these feelings of clear airways, easy breathing, promotes a restful sleep at night. It really helps with snoring. So if any of you ladies or men have partners that snore at night, this is a really amazing oil to rub on the bottoms of their big toes, and great way to help with the snoring, and it helps to minimize the effects of seasonal threats as well.
I add one more thing about breathe that I love, talking about emotions. I was fascinated by it when they said that when somebody's grieving, somebody losing somebody, and obviously, how many times there's all that, sadness and pain that sometimes we're not even able to release, that this oil is fantastic for that. The breathing, the opening up and letting it go. And it's beautiful, beautiful to know that this is such a beautiful oil that supports into that level. So here's a little bit of how can you incorporate these as your morning rituals, because as we said, everything works into your emotional level. So what if you start having a ritual that every morning you have a diffuser and you're having something to uplift you or awaken you and to get you into a happy motivation and, get you going into hey, let's go through this day in the most positive way. It's probably you need a little bit more of a boost, and not only your coffee that is going to be awaken you, but also to make you feel good. So maybe you can start using a diffuser and put a little bit of wild orange. That is an oil that is totally happy and uplifting. It's the oil of abundance and creativity. And maybe either with peppermint and to be more focused and awakened. But also if you're in Mina's a scenario that, you are breastfeeding and you have to be away from the peppermint, maybe you can just stick into some other oils that, that they can be also, kind of energetic and awakening. So I know.
Yeah, I've been using the Siberian fir a lot because it's really grounding. So Siberian fir, which is kind of like a woodsy oil with the grapefruit or even with the wild orange, or even the three of them together is amazing. So yeah, I've been getting really creative and using other oils, the balance oil as well instead. And yeah, and really doing affirmations. I'm full of energy. I'm open to receiving the abundance of the universe. And when you're doing these affirmations, it's really important to like get into the feeling of them as well, to really activate that reality for yourself, right? So we're really uplifting and getting us ready for our day. So this is one of our favorite morning diffuser rituals. An afternoon diffuser ritual is the on guard or balance. So on guard is the protective blend and balance is the grounding blend, right? So to ground you in the middle of your day and also to help with the protection. So an affirmation here would be, I am supported, I am safe, and I am grounded, to help you continue through your day and diffusing these in your life.
And an evening ritual could be something that is more like grounding and resting, right? So it can be a lavender, it can be a serenity, or it can be a breathe, and you have a diffuser next to you, in your bedroom. And, you start just bringing the mood into a relaxation. It can be for you to just let go of the day, and the affirmation can be obviously, gratitude and knowing that you're like allowing your body to heal where you're going to go to sleep. And obviously, like allowing your body to let go of all what you did in the day. It's time to rest and recharge and be ready for the next day. But maybe if you're a mother or a caregiver, because I think that all of us have a little bit of that. And if somebody at home has a little bit of, I don't know, congestion or allergies, you can put some of those essences that are going to help them to breathe better at night. And I highly recommend to some of my friends that have kids. Some of the times it's like the whole negotiation in like getting those kids into the bath and getting them into bed and getting them in the mood of getting to sleep. Maybe you just start running a little bit of that, lavender oil, or sometimes even a little bit of that balance around them before the instruction of getting to bed or the request, rounding them down a little bit. And then you already got them into the mood that they're a little bit more settled without the whole fighting or, negotiation, whatever you call. Okay, so,
Absolutely, 100% what you just said. And the lavender is my favorite one for this, because the lavender has so many benefits and it's such a versatile oil. And it's one of those oils that, at its purest form, which Doterra's is, it's got the most therapeutic benefits. So there's an amazing website. If you go to www.pubmed.gov, you can pull up all the scientific research studies that have been done on the lavender plant and lavender essential oils, and how they are able to work with all things calming and all things soothing. And also, it's a versatile oil because there's so many ways you can use it. So for skin irritations, or anxious feelings, for promoting peaceful sleep, for easing feelings of tension, for anything to do with also antihistamine. So if you're having some kind of allergic reaction, also lavender is an amazing oil for seasonal threats. So lavender is definitely one of those oils that will help us to really get in touch with all things calming, all things soothing, all things, relaxing. And it's also the oil of communication, which is amazing as well. So that's an extra tidbit of information we love to share.
I want to say something a little bit off the presentation that it's so important to share. You guys hear so much about every single oil. If you're new to the oils, don't worry about it. It's like the more you use them, the more you learn about it. And when you come with us and you decide to join us into this whole transformation and revolution of starting to adopt these powerful tools that will empower you into your life and into bringing wellness to your house, to your family, will get you, you're not alone, and will support you how to learn to adopt all of this. It's like, you don't have to memorize what the lavender is gonna do and what was the wild orange. She's like, with time, as much as you use them, it just turns to be a routine, and you just know what goes with what and what blend with who, and will help you. And what was the wild orange? She's like, with time, as much as you use them, it just turns to. Sorry, that was the background of you in Facebook bouncing back to my screen. So I just mute you for a second, Mina. So here is a pop quiz. What is the first way that you can use essential oils? We already said it. Mina, you want to give me the answer of that? Let me unmute you.
So the first way that we use essential oils in our home, a ritual, is diffusing oils at home and having our morning ritual, right? So our morning rituals, and also applying them topically, right? So applying them directly to our skin during a massage or for topical delivery, right? So we want to make sure that it goes straight into our bloodstream. Also, we're going to want to dilute it with a carrier oil, or when appropriate, apply neat. So applying it neatly means just applying it directly on your skin and applying it with a carrier oil and applying it in a way that is going to work with the ratio, the correct ratio for how we are diluting it. So the
oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so the next oil we're going to cover is the Digestion. And this is one where when we talk about emotions and when we talk about mental health, we cannot forget to talk about how we are digesting and processing things. So a lot of times as a holistic practitioner, what I see is people saying how, you know, they are having digestive issues and IBS and constipation and diarrhea and all these different kinds of you know, bloating, constipation, all of these different kinds of different ailments and illnesses and that have to do with their digestive system. And this is a lot of times because they are not processing their emotions in the way that is that they should be processed, or that they are, you know, different traumas that have been kind of just suppressed or not uncovered. So the Digestion is the digestive blend, and it really helps to support a healthy digestive process when we're feeling indigestion. So when we're taking it internally, it really helps. And also to consume and to soothe the occasional stomach upset. This is one that I take with me at whenever there's big events, big social events, so like at Thanksgiving or Christmas dinners with family and friends, just because I know that people are bound to overeat and have an emotional upset stomach. So yeah, taking orally also helps to reduce gas. And this was one that I took when I had nausea throughout my pregnancy. So it really, really helped. So, you know, at that point I couldn't, some days I could take it internally and some days I could just only smell it. And that was enough because, you know, the sense of smell, especially when you're just shading, is so strong. So yeah, this is an amazing oil, and it's a proprietary blend. So there's ginger and peppermint and all kinds of different other oils in it.
I recommended this to friends and family that they have kids and dogs that they don't deal really well with, like car traveling, you know, and road trips. And it works, you know, it's like either diffuse a little bit or just give them a little bit of a drop in there, and it's like make the whole trip more pleasant for everybody.
Yeah, I believe it.
And another one that is like highly used, like topically, it is the amazing proprietary blend of Doterra Deep Blue. It can be in an oil or in a raw, that is the cream too. It is a blend that is like obviously, as it's saying, there is like soothing and cooling oil. It is amazing for releasing pain, tension, massaging, you know, like the muscles, the joints, any discomfort that is like physically on the body that is like for whatever condition, right? It's like either working out, you know, maybe you had you know, an injury or you know, you had a prior accident, or you moved too fast this morning, and yoga teacher here, I did a movement without being warm up my body in teaching one of my private clients, and then I just pulled my back because I felt that I didn't pay attention to my body. And it's like, definitely this oil or this cream is fantastic. You can apply it into the area that needs a little bit more comfort. You can use it in massage. You can use it also even in like, you know, when the legs are cramping, that you exercise too much, you work too long. In your feet, maybe you had a day that you stood up too long. It definitely releases the aches and pains of the body. I will say that I heard that this is fantastic for even migraines. And if you suffer from migraines, just be careful in not applying it too straight and close to the eyes. Be a little bit more careful to apply it like further away from the eyes. And but I heard also that this is fantastic when you're having your, you know, menstrual cramps. Is definitely good for, you know, all those, you know, into your stomach. You can just like rub it into your belly directly, into the lower back. For all my pregnant ladies in my, you know, when they're like having a lot of pain in their lower back, they told me, oh my God, it's like, this is the you know, the rub, the deep blue rub that has been what they have supported them for the last, I will say 2-3 months of pregnancy. And I think that this is one of the products that I've seen a lot of people that they just start trying it, and it's like you hook on with Doterra, but maybe every single thing, it's a hook on in Doterra. As soon as you try it, you cannot just stop having it. And you just like decide, hey, I need my whole membership because this is amazing things.
Absolutely. I feel like the deep blue rub, especially for guys like that are, you know, that are working out and that are super active, like this is the one that usually helps a lot of like the partners and the boyfriends and the husbands. So yeah, and then they get curious into all of the other oils. So the next ritual that we're going to share with you is the self-love bedtime massage ritual, right? So this is one of my favorites. So it's really massaging a few drops of frankincense into the skin around your eyes. Also, because the frankincense oil is an oil for skincare and anti-aging and helps with regeneration. And so with this affirmation, as you're putting the frankincense into the skin around your eyes, the affirmation that you're connecting and tuning into is, I am beautiful and I accept myself exactly as I am. So this is a powerful one that I love to do. And then I'll just go right into the next one. Another really self-love bedtime ritual that is great to work with is massaging the breathe, and also the rose oil that we didn't put in here, but I like to use a rose oil before I go to bed as well. And sometimes mixing them together into your chest to open your heart and to really release any grief and any stress of the day. And the breathe oil, again, like I said, it's the oil of receiving. And so receiving in and letting go and clearing the grief, the energy and emotion of grief. And the affirmation here that we like to use is, I am loved, I am lovable, and I allow love to flow into my life.
I love it. I love it. Another ritual that you can have, you know, for the self-love and before bedtime can be just, you know, having a bathtub, you know, like with some of your oils. And, you know, a recommendation here will be like Serenity or Copaiba or whatever oil can be your favorite, right? I mean, I was even thinking, you know, geranium maybe. And I love cedar wood myself. And maybe you can just either put it into the tub, or you can even do a cream, and it's like you're just loving your body and your skin, and like nurturing your body and your skin. And or a scrub, we'll show you in a second. Is that, what about if you have an affirmation saying, I am calm, I am peaceful, and I allow myself to relax. So many times we just have to remind ourselves to I give myself permission. I allow myself to relax instead of just being in that go element, right? So here is a bonus recipe on how can you make a scrub from sugar. So what you will do is, like in a small jar, you will add like 2 or 3 drops of whatever is the oil that it's like a relaxing oil. Obviously, you don't want something that is very, very energetic if you're going to use it at night. But hey, if you're going to have a scrub for the morning and uplifting, do it with one that is more awakening. You put 3 drops of the lavender or serenity, 2 or 3 drops of the copaiba, and then you use 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, the hard one, and the organic, the one that is in the kitchen, and then you can put 1 tablespoon of sugar cane, and you mix all of that, and then you have an amazing, scrub that you can put it into a jar, and you can keep it. Maybe even for the face. I mean, look at all of these ingredients. It's just natural stuff. It's like, so what is the second way in using your oils, that can be a daily ritual, Mayna? Can you respond that?
So topically, right? So we did aromatically and then topically, and then now we're going to cover the third way, which is internally. And again, this is only going to be for Doterra essential oils, because with the Doterra brand, you're also going to see that the oils that you're able to ingest, they are going to have a supplement facts little label on the actual bottle. And not only is it going to have supplement facts when you can ingest it versus something like the eucalyptus, which is not therapeutically, you shouldn't really be taking it internally, right? So it's not going to have a supplement facts on it, but all of the essential oils from Doterra that have supplement facts you can consume as a dietary supplement, and it's for targeted wellness and to really help uplift your wellness and healthcare game. And it's also used for preventative and responsive care. So there's tons of oils that I take daily internally. And it's completely safe because these are medicinal grade essential oils. And I really urge you guys to only use Doterra oils when it comes to your health and wellness. Because again, right, even though when we go to Whole Foods or we go to any other place that has essential oils and they say therapeutic or organic, it'll still sometimes say not for internal use or for external use only. And what that means is that you cannot consume them. And if you can't consume something, it means that they have put something in the oil that has adulterated its natural function from it being a medicinal plant grade substance. And, a lot of times with these oils, you don't know what's in them. You don't know what they're putting in there, and there's not a regulation. The FDA doesn't regulate essential oils. So they can put in whatever they want. So according to the different ways that essential oils are regulated, if only 10% of the oil is actually pure, it can say organic and therapeutic. So unfortunately, there is this bureaucratic issue within the essential oil industry, but then Doterra was able to go ahead and have a third-party testing system called CPTG, which is Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, which makes it a medicinally grade essential oil that you can refer to. And there's a website called Source, SOURCE2U.com. And you can actually, at the bottom of all of the Doterra bottles, there's a serial number that you can type into this website to pull up all of the scientific processes and the validation of what, what were the testings that that actual bottle had to go through. And you can see it's a whole transparent scientific process based on all of the bottle, which is what I love about this company and why we partner with Doterra. So the frankincense oil helps us to ingest. When we ingest it, it supports us at a healthy cellular function. It's also the oil of truth, and it provides us with a soothing aromatic experience. When we breathe it in and we use it, it goes directly to the base of our brain, our limbic brain. And it's also helping to reduce the appearance of skin imperfections when applied topically. So it's a great anti-aging and regenerator. And it supports our healthy immune system and our nervous system function when we take it internally. So when you go to the pubmed.gov website and you type in frankincense, you will see hundreds of different documentation of how frankincense is amazing for depression, for anxiety, and for stress as well.
I love frankincense. It's so hard to say which one we don't love. It's like we love them all. Lemon, it's an amazing oil that it's always has to be in your house, and you always have to have it. And I have to say that I never knew how much love I was going to have for this lemon oil. It's like lemon is like how much I love it that I have a candy here, right here on my water. And I take it internally on my water to detoxify my body. And I was talking to a friend that I was telling him how much I love my oils. And I was telling him that I clean my house with lemon oil. And he's like, so you clean your house with the same water lemon that you're drinking in your bottle? And I said, yes. And he's like, oh my God, it's crazy. Yes, but it's like, I may imagine how beautiful and empowered you're going to feel the day that you start cleaning your house and your shower, and you don't have to be wearing the gloves because it's toxic and it's going to burn your skin. It's like, oh, I can rinse my tongue going on barefoot, and it's like, or that your floors are clean, and if you have kids that they're crawling, it's safe. If you have your pets that are like walking by and they're licking their paws, it's safe. How beautiful is that you're cleaning your food and vegetables with essential oils, and you're just knowing that it's like no residuals of any other chemical products. Imagine that you're putting this lemon that we say that it's cleaning and it's detoxifying internally, but it's cleaning the bathroom, right, in your kitchen, and it's cutting all the greasy element of it, and it's removing all the stickers, like the last glue that you can see in like the stickers from your, like a price tag or a sticker in the car that I stayed for like 10 years. I just sold my car like 9 years old, and there was a sticker that was always there that I had to remove. The lemon oil took it away. I clean all my jars with my lemon oil. I put it in my diffuser. It's like, I think that I go out of a bottle once a month, and I just love it. Uplifting, and yeah. Obviously, we set it and take it internally. I just want to highlight, if you're taking oils, only Doterra and only in glass or in stainless steel containers. Do not use plastic cups, because the oil, it's so potent that it's going to start peeling off the plastic from the bottle, and at the end of it, it's going to be, coming into your body, and that's what you're trying to do, to have a clean body.
Yes, love me some lemon oil, and all of the benefits of using it and drinking it in my water, and I drink it every day. And also, it's the oil of focus. So, especially right now, the kids that are going back to school, it's one of the oils that you can diffuse in the morning or while they're doing their homework as well. So, lemon oil is another very versatile one, and for all of the amazing reasons that Gabriella shared and she beautifully explained. And now we're going to get into the lifelong vitality pack, which when we talk about mental health and also working with our emotions and our emotional body, we always want to also include in the microbiome, which is the lining of the gut cells and the tissue of our digestion, and also our, what are the things that we're putting in our body, right? We are what we eat, and our supplements are what is helping to really, make us and enhance our wellness. And so the lifelong vitality pack is something that I was very resistant about because I was always um, working at a holistic clinic where, they always said as an acupuncturist that I used to mentor under, that we should be getting all of our nutrients from our foods. And while that's true, and in theory that makes sense, our soil is very depleted nowadays. So we have to supplement. And so supplementing, again, is also not all supplementation is created equally, but doTERRA really strives to really make our long life vitality pack, the LLV, really amazing for us. So the alpha CRS, which is on top, it is the cellular longevity blend, and it's also the one that has all the antioxidants. It's purple, right? The one right below at the bottom, the EO omega, is all of the essential fatty acids. So all of your omegas and all of the CPT essential oils are going to be in these supplements. And then the microplex VM is going to be all of the essential vitamins that we need and essential minerals. And it's kind of like your salad in a bottle, right? So all of the greens, and these are all whole foods. So it's not anything synthetic. It's not like you're going to not be making all of these supplements bioavailable to your body. They are. Your body's going to fully receive them, and you're going to completely feel a shift. So I was resistant to taking them, and when I decided that I was going to do it, because there's a 30-day money back guaranteed, I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. If I don't like it, I'll just send it back. I never usually take vitamins, but what I did was I was committed to it. I put it on top of my kitchen. That way, every morning as I'm making my bulletproof coffee, I had them right there. And after a month, I noticed I really had more energy and that my sugar cravings were being curbed and that I was able to be more focused and alert. And then I also noticed that when I traveled and I didn't bring them with me because I was like, oh, it's going to be too bulky. I'm not going to travel. At the time, I didn't have one of those travel kits that you could put and organize all of the vitamins. So I didn't bring them traveling, and I noticed the difference in my body. So it's really amazing. So if you're someone that's looking to have more energy and really up level your wellness, this is something that will really, make a difference in your life as well as in your mental and emotional health, because we cannot work with healing our mental health without working our gut brain, because all of our serotonin and our dopamine, which are the happy emotions and signals, are created in our gut brain, right? And so the serotonin and dopamine levels are going to be created in a better way when we are feeding our bodies food and supplementation that's of higher vibration and that are also of higher quality. So making sure that, whatever you eat, whatever you're putting into your body really makes a difference.
I want to add something else, Mina, into this. And it's like, because I am another one that was never into supplements. And the same thing is like, I'm eating all my fruit and vegetables organic, and I'm drinking, like I'm eating more vegetables than anybody else out there. I mean, I was known with my friends and family that is like, I needed, when I visited any of my family, I had to go and even buy more of the vegetable that they will have in the kitchen, because I should always have more veggie, and I'll be like, oh, I eat a lot of all these nutrients, and I will buy like different, I will only buy the omegas. on the side. And but I never took anything else. And I just noticed the difference when I started with this. And I noticed the difference in 2 weeks. And it's amazing that you're seeing the benefits in your body right away. And I also want to highlight that, imagine, Doterra is known as the essential oil company. And if we already told you how amazing the quality of product is, that you can take your oils internally, that they're extracted in the most purest way from the purest plants that they find in the planet, because they're going to bring the oil from the most beautiful remote area to bring the purest lavender from whatever is the best lavender in the world. On top of that, imagine that the supplements is the #1 product in Doterra. So Doterra sells more of their supplements than oils. So you don't know this until you learn about the company. And when you start taking them, it's like, it totally makes sense. It's like, imagine if they're putting so much love into their oils, they're bringing all this, supplements from all those sources and resources that they have all over the world. And this is what they're combining to them. And they're giving you no artificials, no fillers, instead of a lot of family and friends that they've been buying their supplements in different brands, or whenever they find them on sale, either in Amazon, buying it from a cheaper brand, or whatever you find in the pharmacies and supermarkets. Hey, what if we start putting more control into what you consume? So here is a breakfast and lunch ritual that we recommend you to have that whole healthy gut, healthy second brain that connects directly into your brain. And it's about taking the 2 drops of lemon in your water in the morning and during lunch or throughout the day, and then taking a drop of frankincense under your tongue and the copaiba. That's a ritual, and maybe I will add the on guard, especially when you're going to be exposed out there after, or when kids are going back into school, or you're going back into being more social because we were isolated too much. And maybe you take your 2 LLV, is like the pack of the 3 bottles that you saw before. You take 2 at lunch, 2 at breakfast, and the Doterra Digest that we didn't show you the bottle is like, we also have 2 other products that are like highly, amazing supplements that is like enzymes, digestive enzymes and probiotics, but you can add those into like improving your digestion and, obviously absorbing better the nutrients from the food. But what about if you're having the ritual that you're just so much connected? As we started all this presentation, it's about connecting with the emotional, element of your life and your body, and saying the affirmations, I am healthy and I'm nurturing my body and myself while I'm eating and putting all of these beautiful plates of fruit and vegetables and nutrients. And it's like all of this that it's in front of you is like, even thank you to the chef. That is me. That was how I was saying this week. Thank you to the chef, and it was delicious food that I cooked myself.
Love that.
So what was the third way to use the oils in a daily ritual? That's simple. Internally.
So we want to hear from you guys. Who has had a life-changing experience with Doterra, right? Because for us, Gabriela and I could sit here and talk all day about stories from our friends, from our clients, from all of our own personal experiences, right, with our family members. But we want to hear from you guys. Who has already had a great experience with Doterra? And yeah, feel free to connect with us and text us or message us and comment, either in the chat or in the comment section. And definitely let us know your great experiences, because we're always wanting to learn more about how these oils have affected and impacted people's lives. So if you take a moment, right, to imagine your current medicine cabinet and the vibrational energy of it and like what you're using for your health and wellness. And then now imagine and really reframe with your new tools that you're learning today and natural solutions using plant medicine, medicinal grade blend. This is what your medicine cabinet and what our medicine cabinet nowadays looks like, right? So it's a completely different contrast of energy and vibration and of what you're bringing into your body, your mind, and your soul, and what's helping support you at all levels of your being. So we've talked a lot about how to use the oils, 3 cool things about the oils, and now we want to share with you how you can get essential oils into your home. So there's either you can get a wholesale membership and pay a $35 fee, or if you get one of the enrollment kits to start out with, it waives and cancel the $35 membership fee that allows you to then get 25% wholesale discount, kind of like a Costco card. So we're going to go through with you the ways. So number one is you can either do retail, which then you're going to be paying extra for your oils, wholesale, which is what I just mentioned, by either paying the $35 fee or below wholesale, you're going to get an enrollment kit, which is an even deeper discount, and cancel and waive that membership fee. So some of the best kits that we've chosen for you are going to be the new Kura collection. Kura means heal. And so this is a new curated collection of oils that was done on a statistics that Doterra took to find out what are the oils that are most used in over-the-counter medicines, right? And these were our substitutes for those medications. So this is the Kura collection, which we highly recommend if you are looking for healing, and it's $249.50. And then the Natural Solutions kit, which is actually our most popular kit that we sell, because it's, if you're looking for a natural solutions makeover and you're looking to really take your health and wellness seriously, this is the one that my clients start with, is the Natural Solutions. And honestly, the one I wish that I would have started with, because, you know, in the end, you end up getting over $400 worth of discount versus the one that I started with, which is on the bottom, which is the Home Essentials kit, which is an amazing kit to start with. However, like I wanted to, you know, now I have all of the products in the Natural Solutions kit. I just ended up paying more for them over time. But starting with the Home Essentials kit, if that's where your budget's at, is another amazing way to really get the top oils that you're going to want to start reprogramming and reframing your health and wellness and creating your nature's medicine cabinet in your home, along with the petal diffuser.
I have to say that I started without a kit, and many years ago, and yeah, I'm so, you know, sorry I didn't get a kit, because everything I've been buying, it's like in the single pieces, and it's like, and now I have mostly everything as well. So another 2 kits that everything goes back into, like, what is the option that might work for you, for your budget and for your needs, and what are your priorities, right? So maybe you want to start with like Aroma Essentials. If this kit has like 10 oils, but the oils in this kit with that diffuser, that comes with the La Luz diffuser, that, as you see, it has some light in the background, and it has a light that changes twice. Those 10 oils are 5 milliliters compared to the Home Essentials, that is the kit before, that has bottles of 15 milliliters. This one is more like, as it says, the kit name, aroma. It's like a lot of more of like the blends, and you know, to cheer, to balance, to ground, the adaptive, that is more grounding, and the control, the, you know, the nervous system, the balance, but also you have something for awakening. And the Healthy Start kit, it's something that it's the same blend as the Home Essential kit, but it's in the smaller bottles, and that the 5 milliliter bottles, and also comes with a small diffuser. and the prices right there. These kits that you're seeing, they already include the membership, and you're gonna have the membership waived for the full year. You're gonna have prices of 25% off. And this is like another options in kits if you want to start into a healthy habits. If the priority for you is to start with the supplements, and you know that probably you or your partner is going to benefit from, you know, what is very active and it's about working out or like body ache. It's like, what about like going with these healthy start habits that it has 5 oils and it has all that is like the supplements, the enzymes and probiotics with a deep blue rock? Or the simple solutions kit that you start with like deep blue raw, 2, 3 oils, and then you can customize it in whatever will be your priority. The different options that you can see here is that maybe you want to start focusing into the on-guard cleaning products that can be either, you know, toothpaste, or it can be mouthwash or soap, or the cleaning detergent. Or maybe you want to start with these wellness kits that you see here. It's just like in a monthly basis, you subscribe to a different preset kit that it can be either for relief kit that it's about like body aches and pains. It can be the immunity is the orange one in the back that it's about like bringing you every month a box or a kit with like a bunch of like on guard products, and or the mood and mind, or the sleep kit, or the respiratory. What is your condition that you're trying to focus, and you can add it on into the membership kit. And then this other one that is the kids collection, I put it in here since knowing that a lot of people want to start taking care of their family and their kids, and it's like, hey, what about if you start with the kids package included into a membership, you know, with the simple solutions that is bringing some oils for the family. So there's options for everybody. We can work with you in like setting up your own membership, your own, you know, evaluation in what is your budget, what is your product, what is your priority, and from there we can start helping you out. What will work best for you. And also,
Yes.
you go.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so these are August promos that are happening right now. So one of our favorite things about Doterra is their ability to give back, and we're going to talk a little bit about the healing hands in a little, but 100% of the proceeds are going to the Healing Hands Foundation. So with the red mandarin and the yellow mandarin, the free product of the month, if you already have a Doterra account, is going to be the Motivate. And that was before, if you ordered 125 PV before the 15th of the month. So that's always going to, every month before the 15th of the month, if you order over 125 PV, there's going to be a free product of the month. So that was Motivate this month. And then the Spearmint, you're going to get 25% off of the Spearmint. And then this month we have an extra, the Harvest Spice is out, and also the Stronger, instead of it being a roller blend, it's actually coming in the vial. And the Stronger is the kids version of the On Guard for kids that are going back to school. And then there's also a back to school essential oils kit. And it comes with the hand soap, also the hand sanitizers and the wipes as well. So they're all from the On Guard line, which is the protective blend. So it's not only protecting your immune system, but protecting you from everything all around, and it's only $50. So this is our back to school essentials, and this is our August promo for the month, which we're really excited about because, you know, for teachers, for kids. And then the Stronger blend is definitely the blend that's going to, it's the oil of childhood protection. So it helps to, you know, the top benefits are refreshing our environment, offering a soothing aroma, revitalizing, very cleansing blend to help promote a healthy immune function. and also to brighten the day, and it relieves any kind of discomforts also from bug bites and acts as a natural insect repellent. So this one, in this blend, you're going to smell cedar wood, litsea, frankincense, and rose. So it's going to be a very potent but diluted blend that's only offered for a limited time for $20.
So I always ask this question is like, which one of these person are you? Are you someone that is living the lifestyle of Doterra using the products? That's what I was originally. Then I turned to be a share because I used to buy the oils and I used to share with my mom, my dad, my sister, my friends. And then just recently, I started to really build into the business. I decided to turn Doterra to be a stream of income into my lifestyle and a side business. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm empowering others. So which one of these are you? And let's talk about that. It's like if you are in this, one side is like somebody's trying to go into the other side, and it's like this image is exactly showing that. It's like you have something good, you want to share it. When you're in one side and you have your loved ones on the other side, you want to invite them, you want to help them to come to you and to join you. So that is the mission that we're in. And that's what has been very fulfilling and satisfactory in my way. It's like I'm feeling so amazing to know that something that I'm using and that I'm loving, it's bringing benefit with people that I'm sharing, and they're bringing wellness into their lives. So the real mission is that, sharing. We're not alone, and we all affect and contributing to each other's, and we impact each other's life, regardless that we are aware or we pay attention of it or not.
So what are the top 3 health concerns for you and your family? So when we're talking about a mission, right, we're also talking about the legacy that we're living. And so what are some of the top 3 health concerns that that you are concerned for you and your family? So just thinking about that for a moment. We can go to the next slide. Right, and any questions that you guys have, we'll be happy to answer, and just text us and let us know what those concerns are, and we can work on a one-on-one basis with you, set up a time with you. And again, you don't have to memorize or remember all the things we talked about. We are here to help you on your wellness journey, and we're here to help you and guide you and coach you through really empowering yourself with these natural health care solutions. And we're happy to make protocols for you. And so any questions you have, please feel free to contact Gabriella and I. And also, if you want to learn more about sharing oils and doing what Gabriella and I do, teaching oils, and also, making an impact in the world with how you're sharing oils, we also are going to just talk briefly about Doterra as a business to really create purpose, impact, and also an income in your life. Because I know that for me, that was one of the concerns that I had for myself and my family moving forward. And how could I be more financially independent and more financially abundant? And as a new mom, how could I work from home? And so this was something that was really important to me. And so I really had to ask myself, was I hauling buckets by working to, I could only made money if I was seeing clients or if I was doing sessions and I was, trading my time for money, or people that work 9 to 5 are also trading their time for money. So I really wanted to get into having residual income. So, I really wanted to explore this idea of hauling buckets. So Gabriella is going to share a little bit what this means in building a pipeline and creating a lasting income and time freedom.
Yeah, like this means obviously in like educating others. It's about you learning, you supporting, the people that you're going to be, providing them oils, educating them. And that's what I'm doing, what mine is doing. And it is the beautiful part of it, right? So why doTERRA and why now? Well, doTERRA, it is the largest essential oil company. It is the most tested and the most trusted. So we say already that it has, certified pure grade, and it is used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. It has a retention rate of 65%. It's a company that is debt-free and that it has no outside funding, which is amazing when you think about it, that they're not going to be, sacrificing their quality because it's about the financial element and how much are they selling. It's about, having a genius compensation plan. It is privately owned and it has incredible leaderships and it has strong ethics of sustainability and is sourced with local farmers. The beautiful part of this is that you're getting your oils that are coming from the farmers that are like learning how to start with. You're creating, by you buying oils, you're helping farmers in whatever remote areas of the world to create an income, to have a job. And imagine what is the energy of these people being, working in collecting this oil, that it was a new job that was created for them. And that oil, that energy of these people working the farms, bringing the oil through the purest processes to collect the highest quality, is being bottled and is being, brought to us with the whole intention of healing you, empowering you or me, and with the beautiful, obviously, energy and intention that I am here helping and educating the ones that I love and friends and clients and people that come my way that I'm like hearing that they're suffering or they're trying to be better. What we're doing here, sharing what I know that helps, and you're bringing that oil into somebody's home that is going to help them feel better. What is better than that? It's like all the beautiful energy that is coming from that. So doTERRA is number one goal is to transform the healthcare system. We choose to build our pipeline, by the values of like health and wellness, improving lives, and leaving the world a better place. You're on mute, Mina.
And number two is one of my favorite reasons about working with doTERRA, which is that they love to give back, and giving back is super important. So the goal is to get the most people out of debt. And so we're sourcing our oils from the best places, which is not always the easiest route to do something when we're working with a business of this capacity. But doTERRA is committed and creating economic opportunities all over the world in these developing nations, and also working with the Healing Hands Foundation to give back to the disadvantaged communities, and then teaching the local communities how to preserve the land and to prosper, right? So if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you teach a man how to fish, you are able to feed him for a lifetime. So it's kind of like that whole idea here with the Healing Hands and being able to do that. So, community is the heartbeat of our business tribe with doTERRA. And so this was us. This was our tribe. This was 2 years ago, so the year before the pandemic, where we met at the convention, and this was our team dinner, and we're going to have another one soon at convention next month, so super excited for that. And as you can see, the next photo is Emily Wright, which is one of the co-founders, and her with a Nepalese woman on a mission, on a Healing Hands mission there to really work with the Nepalese people after the earthquake. And so bringing, sustainability to Nepal. So the way that there are three types of people that work with the business. So there are the people that only want to get their oils paid for. So those people are going to work 3 to 5 hours per week, and we'll teach you what to do and how to work with what is needed. And it's mostly sharing and teaching oils, doing exactly what we're doing and really loving your products and being a product of the product. And if you want to supplement your income, putting in 5 to 15 hours a week. And then if you want to fully replace your income, 15 to 40 hours a week to fully replace your income. So what it would look like is, depending on the different ranks and the average earnings. And so this will, this is for the different ranks that we're hitting. So silver rank is when you are already replacing, you're already supplementing your income. This is not for the people that just want to, get their oils paid for. This is for people who are putting in at least anywhere between 5 to 15 hours a week. So you can hit silver. I'm a gold leader. And, depending on how many hours you want to put a week, there is no limit to how much you can earn. And you can even out earn the person that brought you in, your upline, which is, makes this not something that you are, you don't have a boss. You also make your own schedule, and it's an amazing opportunity to have residual income that isn't capped. It's limitless. As you can see, a presidential diamond could make up to 1.3 per year. So could this work for me? Are you someone that is passionate about oils and natural medicine and you can share about it, right? Do you love people? Are you someone that loves to share with people and love to share and influence your community and your friends and family? And can you follow a system? Are you coachable? Can you get things done? Are you committed and are you accountable? Right? So if you answered yes to these questions, we want to talk to you, and we want, we're always expanding our team, and we would love to, have a 3-way call with you to find out if we would be a good fit. So Gabriella and I are living proof of living with purpose, creating an impact with our family, our friends, and our community, and having income and being able to really make a difference. So we're that living proof of purpose, impact, and income, and having more streams of income and creating residual income for ourselves. So if your answer was yes, please text or call Gabriella or I or whoever invited you to listen in on this call. And thank you so much for your time and for, being here with us today. And, we leave you with, one last statement, which I'll let Gabriella kind of walk us through, but remembering that sometimes we don't even know that, we have a limiting emotions and beliefs and, and different ways of doing things, but Gabriella and I are going to be here to support you, and we want you to know that it is possible, and we will help to guide you to make all of these different changes along with a support system, and we'll be there with you.
So yes, I love this quote, and it's about that. The only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can have it. So think about that. It's like, it is real. It is life. And when you just really accept and give it a thought, it's like, yeah. So thanks so much for coming and watching this. And if you're watching it as a pre-recorded, thank you so much. We're here to answer the questions. We're here to serve you. We're here to assist you. If you want a consultation, you want a free consultation, you want to start trying some of the oils, we're here for that. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Mina. I love you.
This was so fun. Thank you for joining us today, and feel free to connect with us. We want to hear from you. Much love everybody's way. Have a blessed and beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Stop.